Austin city leaders are holding off on a solar deal that could end up impacting your pocketbook. Mike Kanan with the Austin Monitor is here to kind of break down last night's decision at City Hall, as you often do for us on Friday mornings. Good morning to you.
Morning.
All right, so in case folks out there aren't aware of what this solar deal was, what was it to begin with?
It's a huge deal, and they actually did take some action on it. It's a huge solar deal. It's a deal to buy solar power generation for the utility.
But in the end, that cost would wind up getting passed along to the consumer.
I mean, as with everything, every sort of energy purchase, and it's a typical thing, as we were talking about last week, it's a real difficult thing to predict. No one's real sure where the prices are going to go. Right now, they're as low as anybody's ever seen. So that's one thing, but there is some concern that the prices are going to, obviously prices fluctuate, and there's some concern that that might change over the next few years.
So council was debating whether or not to spread out their purchases or buy like one big bulk. If they spread out their purchases, it could cost you about $3 to $5 extra a year, but if they bought in bulk, it would be like an additional $15 a year. So what did they end up deciding to do?
So they bought the first big chunk, which is about 300 megawatts, which is, I think, as big as I think I've ever seen them, make a decision on a renewable. It's a big statement. We had some folks on our radio show this week that were talking about what a statement it is. It's Cyrus Reed from the Sierra Club, and if you have Cyrus Reed from the Sierra Club saying that it's a statement, it's a statement. And I think that so they decided to go ahead and move forward with that. They put off a decision on an additional 300 megawatts or so. And it's interesting watching this happen. And prices fluctuate as they're making these deals, even week to week. And the attorneys for the city were mentioning this sort of to council that they may set their target on a certain block of solar energy, but that's what block of solar energy sort of moves around in terms of how much is available and how much it costs. It's a real tough thing to hit for council members.
And do they happen to say when us, the ratepayer, are going to be seeing those increases?
I think it really depends on where the values go. I mean, they locked in this next chunk for the next 15 to 25 years, so you should start seeing it eventually. But what the other thing to keep in mind, and this is what the utility was saying, is that the prices also have to be relative to the other materials out there, whether it's gas or coal or nuclear, and in this case they're replacing what would mostly be gas, and they think that gas prices are going to go up. The Sierra Club does, at least, and so the prices the increases that ratepayers are going to see may actually be more if they had elected to not go with renewables. So it's worth keeping that in mind.
Gotcha. And it's all Austin's effort to kind of use more renewable energy sources, go green.
And some council members made that point yesterday, that Councilmember Zimmerman and Councilmember Troxler pointed out that the generation plan sort of locks Austin into doing that, and it's something that we've not seen on council before, because people sort of all agreed that the new renewables were the way to go. So that was an interesting little twist on the normal course of events.
Very interesting, and obviously more to come, more to follow.
Always.
Always. Thank you, Mike. We certainly appreciate it.